Sachin? Yes, sir. Sachin, yeah. कि 10 बजे मुझे जाना था। मैंने आपको मैसेज किया कि 7:45 मतलब पौने आठ का मैंने 8:45 मैसेज भेजा, तो मैं पौने आठ से वेट कर रहा हूँ। अरे बाप रे, मतलब 10 बजे मुझे ऊपर भागना होगा। हाँ, वो जाए, मुझे फंक्शन पे जाना है। चलिए। I was around 70 when I began training. When I actually was in my best shape, I was still around 68. So my overall weight didn't go down that much, but my fat content went down and my muscle mass grew. So if I was 70 without any muscles, I was 68 with all that muscle. That means I had lost a lot of fat in the process. Stretching करके सीधा अपन पेट करें.
I work out 3 hours every day, 3 hours in the morning. Usually it's about 10 minutes of stretching, then about 40 minutes of abs and sides, which is very killing. Very, very strictly speaking, in terms of the script and plot, he doesn't have to be somebody with a great physique. But I think it will help the film. I think it will help. It just enhances what you feel about the character when he looks a particular way.
Slow down. 60 seconds only. Then last 10 seconds to go. Come on. Come on, Nick.
Well, nowadays, since I'm also doing the post-production and editing of Tare Zameen Par Aaye, usually my day begins at 8 o'clock. So 8 to 11 I work out.
हम लोग रोज 2-3 घंटा ट्रेन करते हैं, और जब ट्रेन करते हैं तब ये पूरी बिल्डिंग में आवाज़ आती है उनकी जब दम लगाते हैं. चलो बोल. थोड़ा गुस्सा आएगा क्योंकि जैम चल रहा है और वो प्रेशर को निकाल देना अपना. ठीक है.
I've never really been into training because I find it quite painful, frankly. So I enjoy physical activities which are sports oriented, not so much into training really.
हो गया, पूरा नहीं छोड़ना है नीचे के हाथ. जो पेन में हम सीखते हैं, मेरे हिसाब से पेन हमारा सबसे बड़ा टीचर है. कम ऑन. पुश.
Initially I felt, I'm never going to make it. I'm never going to look like what the director wants me to look like. On the day of the shoot, he's going to say, Amir, let me down. So that kept pushing me. And I personally feel I could have got better. There are days when you feel like quitting. There are days when you feel like giving up. There are good days and bad days. But you have to be really focused, and you have to be very strong in your will to continue. And I think that's the key. I think that what I understood in this process is that it's more about the mind than the body.
Cardio is 1 hour, abs and stretching is 1 hour, weights is 1 hour, a little over 1 hour weights. It's been 2 months now since I've been training, so there is a distinct difference in the way my body is looking. The toughest exercise in this
for me, pull-ups is an exercise which I love the pull-ups, by the way. I think it's a great exercise. But it really, you know, you have to give it all when you're doing pull-ups. You really have to give it all. I remember reading in Arnold Schwarzenegger's book, you know, on bodybuilding. He says that when you start doing pull-ups, you might find that you aren't able to do many. But don't be demoralized. Even if you're doing one pull-up, do that one pull-up, but do a total of 20 on the first day. And as you keep doing that every day, your strength will grow.
I do 10 in one time. 10, 5 times. Hold the plan. Go! Go! You are doing weightlifting.
I had to follow a very strict regimen of sleep, what I eat, and how I train. And these three things went together. I personally believe that the way you look is 50% is how much you train, and 50% how much and how you train, and 50% is what you eat, what you take in, your liquid and solid diet. So your diet and your training really decides how you look.
It is important that whatever muscle you have, suppose your muscle can do this much. He makes me do this much. Then I do this much, he makes me do this much. Then I do this much, he makes me do this much. So the muscle is growing.
I had a very strict diet that I followed, which is basically a balanced diet. I did not go high protein or low carbs. I did not. I followed a balanced diet. And I used to sleep at least 8 hours a day, at the very least. I mean, like, as if it's my job, you know. I would, until I had slept 8 hours, I wouldn't wake up and start training.
Same muscle. You can see it now, but now you see it more clearly. Only hard.
अब दुनिया देखेगी हम लोग क्या कर सकते हैं.
Nothing can happen overnight. It has to happen slowly. You have to give it time, and it is only with regular and consistent training that your body starts changing.
It's been what now? 3 months, roughly 3.5 months since I began training. So I think for 3 months it's not bad.
किरण जी ने मुझे स्ट्रिक्ट इंस्ट्रक्शन दिए थे कि भैया हमें एकदम लीन चाहिए और टाइट चाहिए. आप आमिर को बड़ा बिल्कुल नहीं करेंगे. मैंने बोला वैसे ही होगा क्योंकि हम लोग एम ही लीन बॉडी कर रहे हैं.
It's not enough just to have good abs or just to have good biceps or just to have a good chest. I think the important thing is to have an overall good physique. You know, the body is made up of so many muscles, and to have a really good physique, unless you train the entire body, it doesn't make sense.
ऑन एंड ऑफ करते 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 एक डिसेंट बॉडी हम लोगों ने अचीव कर ली है, लेकिन अभी भी काफ़ी काम बाकी है.
I was having vitamin pills, which are regular vitamin pills, and I would have protein shakes.
Yeah.
So while I would have a balanced diet, in the protein shake I would go slightly extra on the protein, but not dramatically, not dramatically heavy on proteins. So just a bit up on the proteins.
किया वो 500 हो गया, फिर ये लेग रेज़ 50 किया, 550 हो गया।
कैलकुलेशन हुई है कि बहुत अच्छी डाइट और बहुत अच्छी मेहनत से हम लोग एक बहुत अच्छी बॉडी बनाने में सक्सेसफुल रहे हैं। हाई प्रोटीन डाइट और मॉडरेट कार्ब्स हर 2 घंटे में खाना ज़रूरी है। तो इस तरह से आमिर ने अपना डाइट बिल्कुल नोट किया है हर दिन का, वो 1 ग्राम भी ज़्यादा नहीं होने देते। जैसे कि
तो अपने चेस्ट खुलते हैं ना,
हाँ,
ये वाले, ये 2 मेरे मेन हैं।
ओके,
ये जो मैंने उतारा,
हाँ,
ये चेस्ट और ये शोल्डर एकदम ऐसा उल्टा हो जाना चाहिए।
In the last 1 week, I stopped taking in any salt, and I greatly reduced my water intake. So by the end of it, I was, almost on no water. That helps to cut up your body even more, and makes you look lean. It's not very healthy, mind you.
We have 8 packs. अभी क्या है, आपके मसल 1, 2, 3 रहती है, तो लो एकदम नीचे आता है। फिर भी मैंने उनको काफ़ी लो वेस्ट रखने को कहा था अपना, जो भी पैंट या जो भी उन्होंने शॉर्ट्स पहना था। तो जितना हम लोग कर सकते थे उतना हमने किया है, और 6 तो आपको क्लियर दिख रहे हैं।
So now when I look at myself before and after, and even now, it seems kind of unbelievable to me that I actually achieved what I did. It looks very strange. there was a dramatic change in the way I looked, so I was happy with what I had achieved in that short time.
Action.
I had finally reached a point where I would do, in the shot I did, I think 25 or 26, but because your camera's on and you're a little more, charged.